Evening all. Microphone's not working, so I'll apologise now if it's not loud enough. Right, I'll try and stay near to the pickup part of my phone so you can hear this. Right, where's my book? I've forgotten the name of the person. It is... Don't have the name. I've forgotten the name of the person that requested this reading. This reading is requested by someone. I apologise, I haven't written your name down. This person wants to know about Lucy Letby, but nothing specific. So I'm just going to go with it and see what comes out. As usual, if you want to be entered into the draw for the Angel Tarot cards, along with the essential guide that goes with that, you need to be subscribed and enter me in the comments. Right, Lucy Letby. I'm going to start with a Wisdom of the Oracle cards by Colette Baron Reid, and see what we can get to start off with. Right, Lucy Letby. For anybody who doesn't know who Lucy Letby is a nurse, or was a nurse, who was in charge of, or not in charge of, but worked in a ward that had a lot of very sick babies. And many of these babies died, and she was arrested, charged and sentenced to prison for the deaths of these children. I don't know, I can't tell you how many children died. I can't tell you how she was supposed to have murdered these babies, but because I have specifically not gone to do any huge research, because I don't want to start off with much knowledge on this. All I do know is that there is a question mark over whether she's actually guilty or not. Now, I did hear something, and I don't know whether I've dreamt it and thought it were true, that other babies have died in suspicious circumstances since she was sent to prison, and so there is some question mark over whether she is actually guilty of these crimes. She's always maintained her innocence. So let's have a look. Let's have a Wisdom of the Oracle. I know a lot of my subscribers are my age and older, and so you'll remember Beverly Allert, and she was also a nurse that killed a lot of babies, I believe, by putting air into their IV drips. I think that's what she did. I think that some of it had something to do with insulin as well, but I'm not absolutely 100% certain. Not taking all them. I'll take that one. What we have a leg up. Number 34. A leg up. A leg up. A leg up. 34. Now is the perfect time to seek advice from a mentor or business advisor who has been where you want to go to help you get there too. If you do, you will receive very good counsel. That's interesting, isn't it? Very good counsel that will aid in your prosperity. It may also be the case that your endeavours have grown and you are in a position where you just can't do it all yourself anymore. Time to bring on those who can give you a leg up. Trust that help is available, and it will indeed appear. Delegate authority to others so you can take steps towards your big dream. The perfect people will arrive at perfect time, so long as you step forward with just a mustard seed of faith. So if this is a message for us, then, you know, well, we could all do with a bit of help. But if this is a message that's connected with Lucy Letby, it feels very much like there's some solicitor or lawyer about to enter the fray, possibly some new evidence that's going to help her out if she is indeed innocent. Let's have a look. Lucy Letby. I don't know whether we're going to get any information from these cards today or whether it's just going to end up just being a general read. We'll just have to see. So Lucy Letby, please can you have some information about Lucy Letby, currently in prison for several child murders. She's only a young lass, and she's always maintained her innocence. And you know, I don't know enough about the case to give any judgment on it, to be fair. So let's have a look. Lucy Letby. What we're going to get for Lucy Letby, please? Lucy Letby. Right, so we've got the 5 of Wands. So this is about competition. So this is about healthy competition. What's that got to do with Lucy Letby? Has this got anything to do with Lucy Letby? A choice, partnership. I wonder if she's actually got 1 or 2 different solicitors, lawyers, barristers or whatever that are competing to take her case, because it's a very high profile case, which means that whichever barrister, if this barrister manages to get this new evidence or that's supposed to be out there and gets her out of jail, that's very, very lucrative for a barrister to be the lawyer, if you like, that gets her out of prison. So it makes me wonder whether there is some heavy competition to secure her as their client. Let's have a look. Could possibly be that. Could be something else. Let's just see. We've got 2 and I'm going to take them. We've got the 4 of Swords and Temperance. So we've got, so this is like, I always look at this as a meditation card, and unless this comes out with the 3 of Swords, it's like time to sort of rest and recoup and regain your thoughts and recover yourself in a way and have patience. It feels as though she's been in prison for quite some time. I can't tell you how long, maybe a couple of years now. But it feels like there is some competition for her, to secure her as a client, because it's going to be a high profile case. It feels like it is about to go, it will go back to court at some point, presenting the evidence. People are getting ready to present evidence. And this Lovers card, this partnership card, you know, when you have a solicitor or a barrister, you're working in partnership with them, aren't you? There'll be more than one, by the way. She'll have more than one barrister for this. But it feels like there's a bit of a bonfire going on over which one's going to actually get the contract or whatever it is, the job. Right now, she's resting up and trying to be patient. But I suppose if you've been put in prison, if you are innocent, and you've been sent to prison, you've got no choice but to be patient and just sort of take it easy in a way, otherwise you'd just go crazy. But is she innocent? That's the thing, isn't it? So I tried to get this camera so you can see these when I lay them down, but that overhead camera don't work. It's people don't like it, and it's really hard to keep on the table, and then I can't see what if you can see. So we'll just have to do this by now for now until I can figure out another way to make it a little bit more plain for you. So right, we've got the Knight of Cups, Wolf, Ace of Pentacles, and the Hermit. Right, notice where these cards are touching. I don't know if you can see this. I'm trying to make it so you can see, but I might be making it worse actually. But let me know if I'm making it worse. Right, so we've got the Knight of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles that are touching the Five of Wands, the Lovers, and the Four of Swords. So if we take these, the Knight of Cups, we've got them like this. This is how they laid out. So we've got the Five of Wands, two are the Lovers, and the Knight of Cups. So clearly someone is going to be the one that wins the job, if you like. And this is someone who, I believe will be someone who's not a stranger to going through all the evidence and sort of reversing jail time for people. And it seems to be this person's like bag. It's their strong suit. So someone, whoever this barrister solicitor is, going over evidence in murder cases and taking it back to court, it feels like new evidence. Definitely feels like new evidence, because we've got the Page of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles. Now, aces are new opportunities or new things coming in from the universe. Pentacles are about the material world, and I'm hearing material evidence. So it feels like there is going to be some new material evidence coming in. While she is trying to be patient, but then we've got the Ace of Pentacles with the Hermit. So it's almost like there is an element of guilt here. Now, I'm not saying she's guilty, I'm not saying she's innocent, but there is an element of guilt. And if you are, I mean, years ago, I was a nurse years ago, and then through circumstances, personal circumstances, I had to give the job up. And I went back to university when my kids were little, and I learnt, and I basically did a degree, my history degree, and I became a teacher. So that I could be, because there was only me and the kids, so I could be at home when my kids were off school in the holidays. But it feels like there's a huge element of guilt here. Now, when you are a nurse, if you lose anybody, you feel guilty no matter what, no matter how much effort you've gone to keep a person alive. If you lose someone in your care, you do feel very, very, very guilty. It feels like she's not doing very well in prison, because she, guilty or not, she's feeling very introspective. There's an element of guilt here, definitely, like she doesn't deserve to be free. I don't know how many of these babies have died. I don't know how many died under her watch. I know several babies have died since she went to prison in very similar circumstances to what she was charged with. But she's clearly, there's an element of guilt. Whether that is guilt or not, I don't know. So we're looking at, it looks like we're in the stages now where something's going to gear up. Something's gearing up at the moment. It's got something to do with new evidence, and that's this Ace of Pentacles is new evidence. But it's going to take a while to put it all together. But she will become a high-profile story in the media again. And this solicitor, this lawyer barrister, is, going to get quite a lot of accolades for it. And then we've got the Queen of Cups. So, as a person, she's actually quite nurturing and quite intuitive person. So, it feels very much like the personality doesn't match that of a murderer. It's someone who is deeply caring. So, don't know. See if I call it. Well, clearly she's trapped. She's in a prison of her own making, so she's going through quite a bit of mental torture. There's some guilt here. There's some mental torture going on here. One more, please. And then we've got the Queen of Swords. So we've got the Queen of Swords, we've got two queens, we've got the nurturing side, we've got the person who's feeling trapped and going through a bit of mental torture. But this person is actually mentally very strong. So she can see why she's in prison, she can see how she got there, guilty or not. Whether she's guilty of the crime or not, I don't know at this stage. I don't think anybody knows at this stage, but there's like two sides to her. There's two sides to this person. She can be very nurturing and caring, but she can also be quite cutthroat as well. So I don't know what that's all about. Is Lucy Letby guilty? Well, we've got the Sun, so it feels like it's all going to turn out all right for her in the end. The Sun is sort of like the best card you can get in the deck. So the Sun's out. So it feels like through all this turmoil, there is some light at the end of the tunnel for Lucy Letby. So possibly she is innocent, and this new evidence, because the Sun's going over the top of this Ace of Pentacles, this new evidence is going to bring some stuff to light, and it seems to be positive for her. So if this new evidence is bringing stuff to light, where are we going from there then? Well, we've got the Two of Cups, which is partnership. It's contracts. It's I'm wondering if right, there's going to be a book or a film in there somewhere for her. This new evidence is going to come to light. I think she's getting out of prison, and I think in the long run there's going to be some sort of book or a film. This is a contract. This is a partnership. One more. Right, interestingly, there's no Justice card here. There's no Hierophant card here. And we've got Death. So it's the end of a situation and the beginning of a new one. So death doesn't always mean death. If death had come with the Four of Swords and the Three of Swords, I would have said, that's the end for her. That's it. It's game over. But it's an end of a situation. It's an end of a situation, but it's not just an ending. This is not about death in a way. This is about signalling a new beginning. So it's almost like through all this, the guilt and the trials and tribulations and the being locked up, this new evidence comes to light, or I think this new evidence has already come to light, and I think that might have something to do with the deaths that have occurred since she was put in prison. Currently, there's a bit of a fight going on for who's going to take this case, because it's high profile, meaning this is high profile, meaning that the solicitor who takes the case, who gets the case, it's only going to be gravy for them, because you know they're going to be well known for getting Lucy Letby out of prison. You know, the arduous task of going through all the new evidence. But it is a bit of a labour of love for this person, and this person is really quite good at what they do. But Lucy Letby is trying to be patient. She's trying to rest up, but she does have huge feelings of guilt. Whether, you know, I think, are there any nurses that listen to my videos? You'll know that if you lose anybody, you feel like you could have done more. Every time you feel like you could have done more. But she's trapped, a bit of a mental trap, because she's in prison. But she's a nurturing person, but she can also be a bit cutthroat at the same time. Sharp-tongued, logical, intelligent, quick thinking. But this new evidence is going to come to light. It's going to come to light, which I think she's going to have a book or a film, and it will be the end of the situation. So my call on Lucy Letby is that she is possibly innocent, and that the information and evidence is going to come to light, and she will be released from prison, and she will be all over the news. She'll be doing loads of interviews. There'll be a book in there. There'll be a film in it. So in the long run, the sun's going to shine on her. Anyway, I'm going to watch this back now and see if you can hear it. And if you can't, I'm going to have to give up and probably do another reading tomorrow instead. Try and get this microphone sorted out. Right, I'm off. I'll speak to you later. Take care. Ta-ra!